I need this one today, my AKAPADers. Cheers. Shout out to Bad Monkey Brew, OCMD. It's one of my favorite places to go to. Incredible gift shop. Great coffee grinds. This is not a paid promotion, but if you're ever in OCMD, check out Bad Monkey Brew. Good kitchen, too. Good brunch. Let's talk about this. I discovered what a LENSMAN even was around the time that I discovered Akira. This is during it's an era in animation, for American animation consumption, that we can call the VHS boom. These VHSs, they were tough to get. They had to get special ordered. They were between $20 to $40, some of them even more. But LENSMAN, because of Comic Scene magazine, this was on my radar before Akira. So I tracked it down. I bought it. And it became one of my favorite animated movies of all time. Yeah, and hopefully, as you're watching this, I'm showing you some of the animated feature. Now, I may bring that to you on the channel. It depends. But, meaning like the full feature uncut all the way through with sound. Maybe, maybe not. But at the same time, I want to introduce you to the world of like Kimball Kennison, the Lens, which is right here. Now, there was a little bit of a knockoff on LENSMAN in the 2000s. John Straczynski does, with Gary Frank, they do a book called Supreme Power. They have a character in that book that has a lens on his hand. It's a crystal. But that's like the Green Lantern proxy of that superhero universe. Again, it's based on Squadron Supreme. The LENSMAN predates the Green Lanterns. It's created by a guy called Doc E. Smith. Pulp, author, all that stuff. I always wanted to get the collected editions of that. They come and go out of print. I really should do it. It's been on my list for quite some time. But this is essentially a saga of galactic police. This has similarities. Luke Skywalker, Green Lantern, Star Wars. We even have droids, annoying droids that buzz around, right? But this is early 80s. It's not too far removed from New Hope. And we want to say that because of the animation industry in Japan, they had to go into animation because they couldn't do it in live action. So this is, in effect, the first true counter to Star Wars in all of entertainment. Pound for pound, in my view, this animated feature competes with New Hope. It really does. I know we love New Hope, guys. We love New Hope. But, if we need a palette cleanser that has shades of it, LENSMAN, The Secret of the Lens, that's your key. So, we do also, like on this channel, we do a lot of adaptations. Because I think, like, adaptations help us. They understand the work that they're based on different levels, helps us see the movies differently. And we get to see some like high level talent handle visuals that we're all familiar with. It's a good range. And right now we're looking at the Straczynski, or Zekowitz, I'm sorry, the Bill Zekowitz Dune. The 84 Dune. I brought this out because these, there's a symmetry of these two. They arrived to American shores, or became available to the American public around the same time. But it was really Comic Scene magazine that woke me up to this. I was just a kid. I was literally like barely learning to read articles at the time, and we get the beginning here that we've seen. We have one of the Galactic Patrolmen get completely nuked and hammered the Bahoom He gets bahoomed in space. So again, our guy here, the lens, protecting the lens. Got to protect the lens. Set new coordinates before you crash the ship, because we got to protect, we got to preserve the lens. The lens cannot be lost, but he's being pursued. We pursue now. The guy, we even say the evil guy even says it. So we're also dealing in an early, right, like the way we deconstruct this, it's fascinating. Early American illustrators learning what manga and anime are, trying to duplicate the style, not knowing the tools, what the techniques are, on an illustration sense, what the proportions are. It's alien. But Eternity Comics, well, they have to, you're a publisher, you have to be different than everyone else. The back here, we have Robotech 2, the Sentinels. These were prevalent in comic shops. This is also the first introduction to anyone in the American market that wants something new, but they're not familiar with Japanese animation and cartoons. They're not familiar with the comics, aka manga. But yeah, the Space Patrol, yeah, they get their notifications. I hate when people shadow like this. Never. Okay, that's a pet peeve. It's Britannia at last. So Britannia, right here. It's going down. So yeah, they gotta try and save it. So boom, we're getting. I mean, nice. I like the gesture drawings. I'm not crazy about some of the shading here, but nice, like technology. Even here with the Britannia, like like in the space, the Galactic Patrol base, right? Like, guys, for even independent comics, even within the 80s, even during an age of more skilled illustration, this is of note. But yeah, so we're back on McKee homeworld. We have a droid messing things up, but we're harvesting. Okay, Luke Skywalker. Guys, I get a little bit of a boner of Woodrow Wilson when we just draw clouds in amazingly awesome creative ways. Nice zipper-tones here. Good segue too. I mean, nice ad placement because it does transition the scene. And we get Kimball Kinnison's father here working the farm, just talking about. He's like, my son. He's like, when I was his age, I had seen the galaxy. He has yet to go off world. I'm happy for everything he has coming because his son is somewhat having like a graduation day. And look, he's just like, doing his Luke Skywalker thing. But look, the way how this is like built, and this is almost like verbatim in how the film unfolds. In a lot of ways, we're seeing things we wanted to see with Luke Skywalker. So this is where, again, like, it's not just ripping something off. It's like they're building on top of an expectation. Star Wars at this point was not a legacy thing. It was just, like a successful something. Highly successful something. But it wasn't like set in stone. It wasn't a sacred cow at this point. But he's doing, Kimball Kinnison is doing his high flying. I mean, like, really cool. Like, again, like symmetry, metaphor, this transition of, somewhat of a eclipsed sun into the lens. And the lens talks to him. It possesses him. Tells him, what do I find, how do I find you if you exist at all? What is your purpose? Are you a test? Right? It's like Percival looking for the Grail in that Excalibur movie, also around the same time. But he goes to his floating station here. Nicely drawn. A nice use of zipper tones and all of it. And we see him. He gets taken aboard. And this is it. So this is like Kimball Kinnison's like new high school, we'll call it. Like he's going to college. And he runs into one of his father's like old friends. It's like, I haven't seen you since you were knee-high to a grasshopper. But then the alarms start to go off. Well, not quite yet. First, they got to talk to Dad. It's good to see you again. And to see this fine son of yours, he's really grown up. Right here. Like rubbing him like a dog. The robot, then the alarms go off. And Kimball, like, shoots out to save the day. And this is kind of cool. Like, in Free Fall Crash, Kimball Kinnison boards the Britannia, finds the dude knocked out with the lens, the Galactic Patroller. The lens heats up. A lens. And then here we go. Great cliffhanger here. We're on we're back on the home world now. The Britannia is crashing. And the dad's running because he knows Kimball's on board. So great cliffhanger. Really, again, the point of cliffhangers, the point of the last page of any comic book is to make you want to read the next. This is like one of the most perfect thing you can do, because you definitely want to read issue 2. This might be 2 or 3 issues. I only have issue 1. But I'm using this video as a vehicle to introduce you guys to this property, to this concept, because I think it's so important. I really do like this spread here. Just the inside cover with the page one splash. We have double credits, but this is well thought out, well laid out. I think the ads work, just as a publication, the ads work very well. I do want to bring you guys, because I was really young collecting them, probably too young, but these Planet of the Apes, the Adventure Comics series, the covers alone blew my mind when I was younger. And again, by the time when these came out, 1990, it's almost I wasn't too far away from Planet of the Apes, and we didn't get the Burden movie, we didn't get the newer trilogy, or even the one with Kingdom. This was Planet of the Apes. You would get reruns of the TV series on syndication and catch the movies every once in a while. But yeah, this is the rise of anime in the American markets from a movie that effectively was 5 or 6 years old, which is amazing, right? How many movies come out, get released, and then 5 years later you get the printed adaptation. Really cool stuff, guys. I hope you check it out. Shout out to Tom Eldred and Paul O'Connor. Not Paul Young, because I don't like some of his shit. I'm just joking. But no, Tim did I think, a commendable job. Paul O'Connor weaved one hell of a cliffhanger. And again, we read comics, and that's the stuff we look for. All right, guys, LENSMAN. Check it out. Go Google it. Track it down.